Right, welcome to part 2 on the crash Fiesta. The second crash Fiesta, not the first one. Ethan's eager to get into ripping parts off, so as you can see, it's still the same day as part 1. So they saw me. What's that?
So I told you they'd see me on part 2.
Yeah, they see me on part 2. Right, so we're now going to start pulling things off and having a look, inspecting the damage. We're going to get this wheel off. We're going to try and get the wing off and see what we're faced with.
What's up?
Right, so one mint wheel is coming off. Look at the state of that. That's what you call smashing your wheel up. Yeah. It's one wreck wheel, Heath. Right, we're going to try and get the wing off now. Okay, so looking at the panel in here, you can see we creased there and there. And now with the wing off, we can have a better look down in there. And that's quite crumpled. So I'm wondering whether I can try and straighten this best I can, or I chop the panel and replace all of this section down here. That's going to be my decision. You can also see we creased in here, so yeah, there's a little bit of damage. I may be able to get away with it, I'm not sure. It needs pulling.
It looks like where the wheel has been jarred into it.
Yeah. Anybody who's watching who's a bodywork person, what would you do with this? Would you pull it and tidy it all up? Because everything this, once it is all pulled, it's all hidden. From the other side is hidden by the sill. The sill cover. Obviously you got your wing arch lines. You won't see any of that, so it doesn't have to look perfect. But do I chop, replace, or do I just pull and get it looking best it can? Let me know what you would do. Right, so we got the door off. Door's there. Get a much better look at this now, and that is definitely whacked. So the door's not lining up. See crease here, so this has got to come forward, forward, out, and obviously all this has got to be pulled back into shape. That's going to be a fun job indeed. Alright, so it's now the next day. I've cleaned up the bonnet earlier to have a look at some of the scratches on it. But I think most of these will come out. But what I want to find out is, can we get it to start? Now, I think a lot of the gremlins we had in the dash and everything yesterday to do with the battery being so flat. So that's a good charge now. So I'm going to connect the battery back up and then see if it fires up. I hope so. Yes, I checked oil. There's plenty of oil. So I'm glad to worry about just taking this battery up a tad now. And hopefully we won't have all the electrical weird gremlins we were having. I hope, because I really don't want to have electrical faffs in here. Right. Well, that sounds better, because that warning sounds yesterday was like as if it was full of water. It sounded terrible. Right, let's have a look. I was just saying, switch ignition off, press power, bonnet open. Right, let's have a look, see if this fires up. Sounds sweet enough from in here. Dashboard's just got the usual brake, doors open and airbags. But that is such a weight off my mind, I can't tell you, because that was bothering me last night. I was thinking with the electrical problems and, like it was saying, immobiliser and stuff. But I remember in my last car when I had a dead battery, it played hell with the dashboard. All the electrics are going crazy. So that sounds fine. Usual ticking. Right, I'm happy with that. I think the next thing I'm going to have to do, which might not be today, this episode might be stretched over days, if not even a week or two. But what I want to do is strip all this off, and then I can start making preparations for pulling this and starting on that. So I think that's what we'll do next. Now we'll strip all that side of the suspension down. Right, so I need to get the car further over because I need to strip this wheel off, so I'm going to improvise. I've got the trolley jack under, and that should allow the car to push over. So let's see if she moves. Yeah. Right, so subframe is off, and this is all we got. Obviously we knew the arm was bent, rod end's bent, rack is moving nice. I'm not going to change the rack on this one, that's moving all nice and free. I'm going to change the rod on that. Subframe is good. When I looked under there I could see that it was pushed back, so I thought, well, I wasn't sure if it was bent, so that's what I've taken off. But I've taken measurements from here to here, from here to here, here to here, all directions, and everything is smack on. So the subframe's not bent, so we need a new arm. So you replace that arm, drop link, and rod and rod end. The hub, I think it's bent. I'm not sure if the arm here is bent, but I'm pretty sure that is not supposed to be at that angle, so I think that's that you're kicking off. That's bent, so we can have a new hub. Strut, obviously that's bent, so we're going to change the strut, hub, and then bits I mentioned there. And the other things that I have found, this is all a bit of a mess and broken, so I've got to do something with this. I've also spotted some damage to the intercooler. Now that's from Copart forklift, I'm pretty sure of it, but I've got the standard intercooler of the other one, so that's not a problem for me at all. Underneath, let's get under here. Right, obviously there's no damage to that side, everything's fine. All the subframe mounting areas here, perfect. If you look at this one, you can see where it's moved right over. Obviously drive shaft up above us, got to put a new drive shaft in. Under here, then you can see we buckled. I'm pretty sure I can pull a lot of this out and straighten it. It's going to be quite a bit of work, but we're going to get it done. And obviously under there, which you already knew, what I've got now, I was planning on pulling this and seeing how good a job I can do on straightening it, but I've got in touch with someone who's got one that he's scrapping. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have this chopped across here. I'll peel it off this layer down the sill, we'll cut down there, so we'll renew this whole section there. We'll save in here, all of this we'll save and we'll pull and straighten out. It'll just be the outside part that we replace. That's the plan, and that's going to be the biggest job I've ever taken on in body repair, so I'm looking forward to that. Obviously a door, wing, bumper, both tabs broke on the headlights, so I'm going to have to get another headlight, but that's pretty much it. So I think that sums up this teardown. So I think we'll leave this one there, and this will be the end of this episode, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.